following program is a U-Record Studios production. No experts, no insiders, just fans.
Transmission from Marked Up Wrestling Podcast begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin broadcast.
Everything is right in the world. It is Tuesday night. This is SmackDown. I am the dude that leads. And now we have back the champ that leads the camp.
What's up? Why don't I see anybody else here?
It's because we don't need anybody else.
So we're actually, it's just you and me this time?
Oh, wait, no, I got a guest host on the U-Record fan line.
Are you kidding me?
Are
you kidding me?
Sorry, man. You're maybe Medine. If you don't show up, I'm going to be by myself.
Last weekend it was Halloween. It was, there were traffic.
You could welcome our guest instead of always being a dick. Maybe that's why none of them want to come back.
No, I don't want them to come back.
You're such an asshole. How did you become the asshole?
I'm just saying. I don't know.
Anyway, welcome, John Estrada.
Who? The guy from the board. The guy from the board?
Yes, let him talk, motherfucker. Hello, Estrada.
Yeah, the one.
Go ahead.
What's up, everybody? How's it
Yes.
going?
Estrada's here. He's on a slight delay, so we'll see how that works with some of the dead air. But no, it's not Bob. Juan is on the board. Noah's on the board. JD is on the board.
I'll be the new Bob tonight.
Yeah, you can be our Bob. Berto, Teddy, Noah.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Everybody's here that's usually here. We're going to just fucking like we normally do now. Let's just get right into it.
Yeah.
What you need to make a good SmackDown is your 3 key ingredients.
Oh, we're getting another call as we're starting our key ingredients. JD, what's up?
What's up?
What do you want? I think I accidentally hung up on Estrada. You fucked me up.
I was this close, right?
Right?
To, watching the SmackDown show that I recorded. And, of course, just somebody has to ruin it. Somebody has to ruin the main event for me. I was going to end up watching it, but someone ruined it for me. I would have loved to see AJ win the title without me knowing that he was going to win it.
I think our fans want to hear me talk about it, though, more than you. Just, the better voice.
I'm just saying, though, man.
Okay, well, let me intro it, and then you can be pissed off at home. You were talking about something dirty I'm not going to say on the board, so I think you're satisfied anyway.
Well.
Oh, I love doing that. Estrada, did I drop you? Are you still there?
Oh, now it's probably here.
All right, sorry about that.
Wow, you did something right.
I did something right. Fucking mark the day on your calendar. I didn't fuck shit up. Screw you, executive producer. Number 1, the champ that runs the camp. Number 2, New Shield Day. Number 3, intergender spin contest. And number 4, Uso injured. Let's get it started. Number one is going to be our champ that runs the camp. Just want to say that I called this, that AJ Brock would be the way to go, because the only reason, and I will say why I called it, is because they listed Jinder on the posters in India as a 2-time champ, and this was the only one that made sense.
That's right. I reported that, by the way, and
I remember when you reported it, but I'm saying that's where I drew the conclusion from.
No, absolutely. But I was hoping that they would wait till Charlotte to do it right before the going home show and have Raw look strong by jumping the champ right after he gets his big win, and then he gets jumped during his celebration. That would have been a real good way to play in that under siege angle, because Raw hasn't come back with it yet. But this is a great inter-show match, much better than what we were looking at. Not say, I mean,
the
thought of Jinder beating Brock was intriguing, because Brock doesn't have a good Survivor Series record. But
no, that was not intriguing.
The
thought of AJ versus Brock and people wanting to sign up for the network and shit like that just for this booking, this is a Big Four pay-per-view. Don't forget, after Mania, the first pay-per-view that got added to WWE's segments was Survivor Series. So this is kind of like a step up. This was what they went against Starrcade with back in the day. Estrada, what's your take on this?
So it's funny you mentioned Starrcade, because didn't they announce a lot of the cards of Starrcade with Jinder as their champion? So I don't think they're going to go changing everything. They just kind of played their hand, if you ask me.
I think it is what it is. I just think they needed to and recognized that this had to be a better match to be champ versus champ than Brock versus Jinder. It had to be one that people were going to put in their butts in the seat. And Noah agrees with me on the board. He says AJ and Brock will be more entertaining than Jinder Lesnar, of course.
We know that.
He's not expecting it to be special, though, if Brock does his typical I don't give a damn style. I think that they're going to do something good about this. There were reports that maybe this was because Jinder got popped, couldn't pass a P test. I think this was always the play. I just don't understand why they did so much booking that is undone. I want to talk about this as part of the topic, because here already we had a match that has changed. Next week, we're going to have Charlotte fight against Natty. That match could change, and they could do the same thing. More people want to see Alexa versus Charlotte. Remember, they switched shows together, so they never fought.
Originally, when we started to talk about the Under Siege format and what they would do in the 3 weeks in between, because I was originally saying, well, they're not going to come back tomorrow. You know, they're going to wait. So this is what they've thought of in the 3 weeks to fill, to keep us intrigued, is potential title changes on the regular shows that'll affect the main matches that are going on, and it'll give us something more entertaining. And it'll give us something more entertaining.
I see what you're saying, but they could have played out the members of the team if they needed something to give us for 3 weeks.
No,
they could have played. They could have played out what topic number 2 is, and we'll get to that in a second. What were you saying, Estrada?
A lot of them are in the same camp too, meaning like heel versus heel. So you got Corbin versus Miz, obviously, but people, they like Miz a little more, so you can easily turn into that face roll against Corbin. And then right now we have Natty against Alexa.
I would replace Corbin.
It just seems easier to make Alexa go against Charlotte for that reason.
I agree. I think that the SmackDown side of these things, the SmackDown team to me looks way stronger than the Raw. We'll talk about that at some point later, I'm sure. But my big thing is that champ versus champ, at the time, all of them looked weaker on the SmackDown side. Jinder, Baron, Usos versus Brock, Miz, and The Shield. That was just my opinion. I know that the booking could go either way, and I definitely think that the Usos versus Shield would have been a good match.
That'd been a great match. I'm disappointed we're not getting that.
Well, in that vein, Medine.
Number 2.
Number 2 is New Shield Day. We're going to get to a 3-on-3. We're going to get to it. That's going to be an extra booking here. New Day purposely cost the Shield the titles. Roman is, as we've heard, if the rumors are true, is cleared.
So the guy's coming back next week to join his buddies in a 3-on-3.
Yep, New Day versus Shield.
New Day and Shield.
Yep, interpromotional challenge. There's no belt on the line, but you still play into the way this, except for the Kalisto Enzo throwaway cruiserweight title match, you're still playing into brand versus brand.
So last night, when I didn't see did they come out Shield a la Shield through the crowd? New Day.
Yes, they came down the steps. What did you watch last night, Estrada?
I watched some of it. I watched that New Day segment where they screwed the Shield. And actually, it's kind of a spoiler, too, with Raw next week. But I don't know how legit it is, but there was already a commercial that teased Brock coming back as the reinforcements for Raw, and as well as, quote-unquote, the big dog coming back for the Shield.
Yes, he's definitely coming back to join his buddies in the 3-on-3. And I like the idea of Shield versus New Day for today's tag teams, but I don't like the idea of New Day taking the fall in this one.
Stike Leather on the board. He says, just going back to the last topics, the Goddess versus the Queen in Alexa and Charlotte. And Noah, I agree with you again. Because he said it too. He says Alexa versus Charlotte is Mania level match, and I agree. Except here, I feel that they are trying to make sure that the road to WrestleMania has people buying in and watching and viewing. They have fucked their product for the majority of 2017. that they're now having to give these wet dream matches. And the thing is they can do them again if they want at Mania. These people are all on separate rosters. This does not have to continue at the end of Survivor Series. So why not?
They can make new ones too.
Right. So my other thing is I'm shocked. Excuse me. Didn't mean to say it that way.
Shocked?
Yeah, shocked. I am shocked that
Buzz yourself for that shit.
That
shocked.
Ambrose and Rollins dropped the titles and didn't get added to the Raw team.
Oh, right?
That's the other shocking thing. I'm willing to bet that if the guy was not healthy, New Day would be doing something else.
The guy's not healthy. Oh, you mean like if he's not coming back, that
right.
New Day would be involved in something? Yeah, because
and Ambrose and Rollins would have been added to the team after dropping the belts to the bar.
It feels like the. Go ahead, Estrada.
What's up?
Do we even see the New Day coming on top of the Shield, especially with Roman around?
The New Day coming on top of the Shield.
Yeah, that sounded.
Yeah, you said that really wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know if you realize that.
What part of California did you say you were in? The Bay?
I don't know.
No, I'm in a lot.
I'm just fucking with you. No,
your phone line sucks.
we can't really hear you that well, but I'm guessing you were saying Shield. Who doesn't think that the Shield wouldn't come on top of the New Day? That's what you were trying to say, but not in that kind of way.
Yeah, this is a
New
weird.
Day's not gonna win,
right? It plays back into the Jinder Brock kind of scenario. So why do it? It seems too telegraphed.
I hope that they at least give the New Day a chance to showcase themselves as a team and really take it to the Shield, and it'd be a great 25-minute tag team match. That would be great. And then I could deal with. I'm not gonna watch it though.
I'm not in. I don't.
Number 3.
Number 3.
I'm not gonna watch it. Though.
Intergender
we
spin
just talked
contest.
about the whole shit, and we're just like, you know what? Though?
Yeah.
We're not actually watching that, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Intergender spin contest.
What?
That's what we had. We had a return of men and women actually fighting, going back to the Attitude Era days. The contact could be had, and what's James Ellsworth getting spun around on the ground, then airplane spins.
Did he still have the collar on this whole time with the with the leash?
No, she let him off the leash.
When did that happen?
She kicked his ass. Shark Tooth Games is joining us. Welcome. I don't know.
Shark
Estrada,
Tooth?
did you have it? We were watching this, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This is what I'm wasting my time on?
If there was ever going to be an F-graded match, that would probably be it. But then again, on the other hand, what did we really expect? They weren't going to break intergender rules, especially with James Ellsworth involved.
We could have got at least.
I thought maybe because Becky was involved, there might have been a potential there.
Listen,
I was swerved a little bit on that. I thought there might be a real match.
Why couldn't we get right hands from Becky, some freaking chops, an Irish whip reversal from Ellsworth, something like at least to resemble wrestling? That didn't even resemble wrestling. I don't know what that was.
Right. Who just joined us on the phone?
Culture, like if Ellsworth were just to do any sort of offense on Becky, he would, get some major heat.
But that's what, exactly. He would at least get one clothesline.
I will kick that motherfucker's ass.
Hey, Noah, he put her hands on her boobies when he shoved her.
Oh, that motherfucker. I'm going to Charlotte next week, and I'm getting that motherfucker.
All right, come in the studio and broadcast with us if you come to Charlotte.
Noah's on the line? You
just
brought him in? No intro?
I'm not 18 yet.
All right, hang up.
You said that I couldn't host the show because I wasn't 18.
Yeah, you got to wait till you're 18, but.
Anyway.
Womp womp.
You're killing me, Small.
Gotta join a winning squad, man.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Noah. Talk to you later. He's already gone, I think. Fuck if I know. Let me see what else we got on the board before we move on. Teddy Hart says he's too stoned. Cashmere's back. Welcome that. JD agrees with you, Estrada.
Nice
he says F-graded match for sure.
It's terrible.
I would give this one negative stars.
I really
would.
I expected a lot better. This is something that I potentially would wanted to see at maybe like SummerSlam as a pre-show type thing. But, if this is what it was going to be, thank God we didn't see that. I'm glad that they sent that overseas.
Daniel Price is complaining about Snoop Dogg being on the Ric Flair documentary. Who's on the phone now? What the hell?
That's his boy.
Oh yes, I have my thoughts on GFW. Shark Boy is really good, and I think he should win the championship.
He's still
I
swimming?
think Shark Boy should main event WrestleMania. I also think Shark Boy should beat Brock Lesnar for the championship, and Shark Boy should be he's the greatest wrestler of all time because Shark Boy.
He just wanted to drop as many Shark Boys in there as he could. Just since he brought it up, Shark Boy is one of the richest wrestlers courtesy of Walt Disney and Company.
Is he really?
I don't know if you realize that.
I didn't know that.
Because he actually trademarked his name, as stupid as his gimmick was and stuff, when they did
the movie
Adventures of Lava Girl
They
and
had to
Shark
pay
Boy.
him.
Yes. And that's why they haven't taken that movie out of print. You know how they put other movies in the vault and
Right.
re-release them? They won't do that because they're still having to pay him.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Just speaking of Shark Boy, though, I did see Brock Lesnar F5 a shark during a SummerSlam promo a few years back. So I'm just saying. I don't know if
What
Shark
the fuck
Boy,
does that have to do with anything?
Because he said Brock Lesnar was going to get beat by Shark Boy, and I'm like, wait a minute now. I saw Brock Lesnar F5 a shark. So I don't know if Shark Boy is going to beat Brock Lesnar. If a shark can't beat Brock Lesnar, then what's Shark Boy going to do? I don't know. Answer it. Hello?
Hello? My mic went out.
Hello, man.
Hola.
What can I help you?
Cheerio.
Yes, I agree with that boy that said Shark Boy was the greatest wrestler of all time. I just believe that Shark Boy is just he's so amazing. Like Shark Boy can do everything.
Is this
and
Shark Boy?
Is just
Is
he's
this
beautiful,
Shark
he's a
Boy?
beautiful man.
I bet
but
you
he's
it's
not
Shark
as good
Boy.
as the ECW zombie.
Is it Shark Week or something?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
What's
but
in the water?
Right?
The chum has got to be delicious.
You know what? At this point, since I'm Jewish and I'll play that card all the time.
That's not kosher.
I want money from Shark Boy. We know you've got it from Disney. I want money for the amount of time we plugged you tonight.
No, seriously.
Seriously.
How many times did we say the name?
Yeah.
4.
Number 4. This is going to be a quick one. Uso injured.
Oh.
Was that a real
Come back-
injury?
he come-
It looked bad.
Right? He comes back from break. He does a little chop block. Maybe he did it a little too good. Did he sell that a little too good? Can't tell. Then we read afterwards. we're
Estrada,
like,
what do you think about that
what'd you
one?
take on that?
I'm torn, man. I mean, at first I didn't see it at first, so like when I saw them do the count out, I was kind of like, wait, so is he hurt for real? Then I saw the replay and it did look kind of bad. I haven't seen any reports on an injury, so I kind of just think they may be using a kayfabe angle to it.
I did read
He did
something,
look like when he tried to stand up that he couldn't.
and I did read afterwards that the reason that they made it a count out was because he couldn't stand up, and they weren't sure the extent of the injury, so they wanted to let him out.
Shelton Benjamin looked confused as fuck.
They wanted to try to let him walk out on his own, as to not like have it be a serious angle where he could be injured. They want to reassess it and see if he can go next week. And then if he can go next week, then obviously be able to go into Survivor Series. But they're going to have to play this
If you
by
notice,
ear.
too,
Yeah, they're going to have to.
if you notice, the refs seem to be counting really fast.
That, yeah. But he didn't throw up the X. I didn't see the X get thrown up. So that's a good sign at least. Well, we'll see what
Maybe
happens.
He just knew. He had a face of like.
He stayed on the ground, and then, like, towards the end of the count, he pointed up towards his brother, and his brother came over and knelt down next to him, and then they went off camera.
Corey Graves gave a little look, is the only thing, but he didn't seem too concerned.
Well, you can't play
and they
too much
tightened
into
the
it.
shot in on him because he was still up against their announce table.
Right. So I mean, either they did a really good job with kayfabe, which I applaud them for if that's the case, or he's really hurt, and then that could be another change for the Survivor Series.
If that change happens, and if then also Charlotte wins, why the fuck did they book any of this shit if they're going to make all these changes?
Just to get people interested from the get-go.
No, I
talking
think,
about it for a month.
I don't know. I think they did it because people weren't interested and they realized, fuck. Just like at the last pay-per-view when they had to bring Kurt in and they had to bring AJ in to replace Bray and the guy.
Well,
same thing here. They
know
realized how much of a pop that got that they're doing it again.
You know what they need to do?
What?
They need to make Meningitis the new booker.
Just because it forces their hand is what you're saying.
I mean, it's been working, hasn't it?
I guess.
Well, no, I guess it's working.
Yeah, it is with cards.
It's getting people. If you look even at the numbers of the ratings, the viewership is up in the past few weeks.
Well, because they're making us guess. Now we have to tune in.
Because they don't know what they're doing from week to week. They're like, "What the fuck are we going to do this
The guys show
week?"
up and go, "Oh, I'm programmed with the New Day. Fuck, I didn't know that."
Exactly. And you know what? That's great. That's what keeps it interesting these days. And even though you still might read about a result ahead of time, you're still like intrigued to see what happens.
I guess so. Anything to close on this, Estrada?
What was number 4 in the first place?
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
SmackDown presents
Good, bad, and glorious.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Board, get your answers ready. Daniel Price on the board. He's been quiet a little bit tonight. He says part of me wonders if meningitis was kayfabe. Vince has used way worse to cover angles. So, and he didn't capitalize the A in angles, but I think he should have. The other thing is, who knows? Maybe Triple H and all of them, the Authority, will be reborn and screw over Kurt. There's so many things that are going to happen and change between now and then. I think Elias kicks the shit out of Jason Jordan with a guitar, and he doesn't make the match.
He should take his spot.
Who?
Elias.
There you go. Beat the shit out of him and take his spot. Worked for Edge many times. Anyway, start us off. Guest host, John Estrada. What is your good?
My good's going to be no invasion yet. I know a lot of us predicted that they were going to invade immediately after SmackDown came into Raw. But I think they're doing a good job of just keeping us on our toes, just forcing us to tune in and wait to see if anyone's going to come into SmackDown.
I agree there. Medine definitely called it. I thought tonight was the night for sure because the way they're booked and all on the tour together, I'm like, it made sense, but it didn't happen. What do you got, Medine? What's your good?
My good is going to surprise you. It's Carmella's super kick on Ellsworth.
Fuck you. That's
really?
what I have.
Get the fuck
That's
out
exact.
of here.
I wrote Carmella killing Ellsworth, but I mean, it's the same fucking thing.
The spirit of Stevie still lives on somewhere in the room.
Oh, because now my team's winning and the Packers can't do shit without Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I guess. Well, Doug Peterson is your quarterback who, guess what, is a former Packers quarterback. In fact, he was a backup to Favre for years.
Doug Peterson is our coach, you mean?
That's what I mean.
Oh, you said he's our quarterback.
Sorry.
Carson Wentz is our quarterback. And with Aaron Rodgers out, he's the best in the NFC. What?
There's no coincidence.
Where does Ellsworth go from here?
I think
you're fired.
We were discussing that, Ellsworth is going to go to future endeavors. That's what we think.
I think the time's come.
The board for good, Becky versus Ellsworth as a comedy match. Fans looked entertained, and it went exactly how I imagined a match between those two would go, Noah says. Also, Ellsworth gained a little weight. Yes, he did. Berto, the matches at Survivor Series are looking a lot more interesting. I think that's why they're doing it, Berto, because nobody gave a fuck, and now they kind of do. Kashmir says the cameraman getting that view of Carmella walking up the ramp. That one piece, though. She did.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I had to comment.
The guy in the back is the one who put it on air, though.
Looks like she's been working on them squats.
The Daniel Price says he has a feeling they're letting SmackDown punk Raw out so much because Raw is going to win the Survivor Series. I think they're going to probably split the card. If there's 7 matches, they'll go 4-3. You know, I don't see anyone going on a sweep or even a 5-2 lopsided. Christopher Steichleather, oh my God, buddy, you get lots of this. His good, not seeing Baron Corbin on TV.
Oh, no doubt. That was great.
And Teddy agrees with us. He's in Medinesboro alongside you. Carmella ditching Ellsworth for him. So that's what it is.
Or was on his iPhone.
Yeah. Bad. We don't know what you said. That's why I said yeah, because it cut out again. I don't know. Are you in shitty cell service?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I hope not.
I hope not. Or you're talking too close to your phone. I don't know. Anyway, next up is bad. I'm going to let you kick it off, Medine. See if you steal my answer again.
Maybe. I think the bad, and I'm surprised at this one, was the Kofi Sammy match.
Okay.
I didn't like.
I didn't pick that, so good.
Okay, yeah. Oh, just the use of Sammy and KO overall tonight was very sparse in the beginning, and I don't see how they. Hold on, can I finish?
I don't. Can you? Because you
let me.
I'm
in the middle.
Go to a third.
No, I'm
gonna light.
I'm saying this. Where do they go as far as Survivor Series? Like before they figured to be prominent in the storyline in the main event, and now are they? I don't know.
Okay.
But I didn't like the just the Kofi Sammy matchup tonight.
All right,
Could've been
just
better.
stop talking. Bad Estrada, what do you got?
Aiden English. So I get he's like basically SmackDown's answer to the Drifter, but it's not working for me.
It's not working for me overall, but it's not horrible. I think it's worth the college try, but we've tried it. Let's wrap that shit up, bro. My bad is the women's stand around. It wasn't a lumberjill match. They just wanted to all stand around the ring while Ellsworth got his ass beat. Like this made no sense. This was the worst way of them going, well, we got to get all the women on TV. How are we going to do that? We got only one woman fighting a man tonight. We're not even booking two. Send them all out. Be ringside. What is a lumberjill match? No, just fuck. How did this fucking get booked? How did this come about? That's my bad, for fuck's sake. Let's check into the board. The board says bad Bludgeon Brothers is Stike Leather. Bad the main event. Don't think it was a good match, to be honest, but he's glad AJ won is from Teddy. I agree. It wasn't a great match at all. Noah, me getting an infraction for not shaving at school because it's no shave November. And what the hell? All right. Thanks for updating us, Noah. Bad the freaky commentary team in general. They sound like they're yelling at us the entire show, especially Graves. He is overrated, Berto says. I'm beginning to think that he might be a little overrated.
What?
His character is feeling very fake to me now. Where I thought at the beginning he had some substance. Of course you would feel this way, Medine, because I think the same about Randy Orton. I loved Randy in the beginning. Now I'm like, eh.
I still like Graves. I think he's still the best one they got.
Bad Daniel Price. Ginger's acne. The zits look like tiny red Himalayas. Juan says Sammy and KO will screw SmackDown Survivor Series team. If they're not booked, they probably will. Or they might come out and kill New Day and fuck with the shit. I don't know. So many things. I don't even think they know, so I don't want to guess yet. And bad Cashmere Booker T making Byron Saxon look like a Hall of Fame commentator on the table. That's true.
Damn.
That's true. It's damn true. Here, there. That's what you wanted. All right, you got your damn sound effect. Next up is Glorious. I'm going to kick this one off. It's fucking AJ Styles for getting the modern day Maharaja.
Turn into BT there for a second.
Away from the title. I forgot the first part, the modern day. I can always say Maharaja. I have no problem with my diction like he does. Estrada. Glorious.
Mahajara?
Yeah.
I got to steal yours. AJ winning.
Unanimous.
How could it not be? You got the same, Medine? Yeah. Board doesn't even have time. We'll read yours when they catch up. And yes, Noah, we know Mauro Ranallo, hands down, is the best announcer that the WWE has.
Oh, no question.
I mean,
he's just not. I don't get to hear him anymore.
Yeah, it's very. How do I put this? It's weird because he's only been such a brief time, but I would probably already put him in the top 5.
I'll put him in 10.
Celebration that Jinder Mahal went after the Singh brothers and like punched them a few times. Is this a hint toward their split, or like maybe just a hint toward Singh brothers? Hey, we have to make up for it, and this is how we get the title back on Jinder.
They make up for it and get the title back on Jinder.
I think it seemed more frustration beat down than it did I'm getting rid of you beat down. And they're sniffing his boots. They got nothing else going for them. Berto Glorious, AJ winning, saving SmackDown. Finally, he just made my top 10 all time. He should have already been there, Berto. Glorious, AJ winning in the Flair 30 for 30 special in the same night. That's from Stike Leather. Noah Glorious, Jinder Mahal carrying AJ Styles to the best match of his career. Easily match of the year contender. Get fucked, Dunn versus Bate and Styles or Cena. Clearly, he is being sarcastic, but as far as Jinder Mahal's resume goes, that might have been his best match of the year. Glorious for Daniel Price. All this footage with Sting and Steamboat bringing back memories. Stop. Daniel Price isn't even listening to us. He just wants to watch the 30 for 30 for Ric Flair. And I think Teddy's trying to
We're
figure
on in the
out.
back. We're like on in the background.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. Glorious.
I'm just glad you're listening.
Cashmere says AJ Styles. Who booked that? Who booked that? For me, this is where I kind of agree with you on your bad. Medine, I put Kofi going over Sammy. This is a head scratcher. If the end game is New Day versus Shield and Sammy and KO are getting left out in the cold, there's no point to that. Estrada, what do you got?
I was along the same lines, but of Kofi, but maybe it's a hint towards the degradation of the friendship between Sammy and Kevin Owens.
So soon?
I mean, it's Kevin Owens. There's no limit on his friendships.
There's no limit on his friendships, but the gimmick seems it was the last pay-per-view for SmackDown is when this started. They haven't even gotten to the one after this. It would be way too short, but the way they're playing musical chairs with everything and throwing everything up in the air, maybe KO is fighting Sammy at Survivor Series.
They'd be wise. I mean, excuse me. That would be unwise to waste that. I think they should keep them together.
I think
we've seen them.
They're going to be together till Mania.
That's what I'm saying. We've seen them go against each other for so long over the years beforehand, and even in WWE the last few years. They had some great matches, don't get me wrong, but this is a different angle, something fresh. Let's keep this for a few months and then see where it goes.
I got to give as many coins as I can find here.
He's gonna get the star jumping out of the bricks.
Yeah, that one. Berto says AJ Styles gave Jinder Mahal and Roman Reigns their best matches, and those matches are still not good. No offense to AJ, of course.
No, he did what he could.
Nail on the head. Noah says, who booked that? Sammy not being relieved as Seth Rogen's long-lost brother. He could be a stunt double, but he's got to put on a little bit of pounds. Well, depending on which Rogen, thin or fat. Who booked that? Rusev getting buried on Rusev Day for Stike Leather. You can't bury Rusev on Rusev Day, man. That's from Noah. He's all sad about that. Who booked that? The backstage segment with Ellsworth. Horrible. Everything about Ellsworth, except for being the butt of Carmella's joke, it's not good. It's run its course. I'm kind of glad. I hope that ended. Estrada, you were talking about Singh being out of that. I hope that is truly over, that Carmella and Ellsworth are done.
And hope so.
Let's not forget, the first ever Money in the Bank women's ladder match winner will and always shall be James Ellsworth. Do not forget that. Damn! Finally, who got the rub? Oh, Cashmere late. Who booked that? Having Shane dance. Who got the rub? That is going to be Medine. Tell me what you got.
Who got the rub tonight is going to go to Ben Gable. They got
for a count out?
Yeah, unfortunately. They got a victory over the tag champs. There's really no one else to give it to if you think about it, in the sense of, because nobody really got over. Carmella maybe, but I already named her in my awards. So take it or leave it. Buzz me. I don't give a shit.
I'm not buzzing you. Berto says, who faced each other in more matches over time, including non-televised? KO and Sammy or Orton and Cena? I would think it's KO and Sammy, no questions
televised?
asked. But if you talk about televised, I bet it's Orton Cena.
Yeah, Orton Cena.
So yeah, I think your stipulation made that too easy to answer. And Noah wants clarification. Shut up, Noah.
But
you know the answer. That's not trivia.
Even
you know the
so,
answer.
I mean, yeah, Cena and Orton only competed from 02 to about 09, 10.
Yeah,
7 years.
And a lot of times they weren't on the same show.
No.
Checking in with Vince Russo. What do you got? Oh, well, that happens. What do you have, Estrada, for who got the rub?
Got to be Ellsworth. He got some TV time in the ring tonight. But I actually just thought, Ellsworth was the one who technically won the Money in the Bank match, as you said. Does he come back and screw Carmella to keep himself on TV?
Possibly, or maybe he pulls Santino Marella and starts coming back in drag and calling himself Santina instead of Santino. I don't know. This is throwing that shit out there to see if it sticks. Christopher Stykeleather, who got the rub? Kofi getting a singles win. That's a good one. My answer is the entire New Day, because getting programmed at Survivor Series with the Shield, which is where I think this is going, is a bigger push than Kofi getting a singles win. As far as their team goes, that's a huge match. Shield versus New Day at Survivor Series, one of the big four. This card is shaping up to be very interesting. I kind of no longer care about the 5-on-5 men's. Just kind of.
You're right. It's become an afterthought now.
And the 5-on-5 women, I forgot until I just said the 5-on-5 men. So it is what it is. Final, I wasn't listening to any fucking commentary. So Estrada, do you have any lines of the night?
Nope, I wasn't listening to them either. They're just so boring.
Yeah, I fast-forwarded so I could do it on double time to catch up.
The one part that has been consistently bad about SmackDown for the past few months.
Everything else is a roller coaster.
Everything else goes up and down. But their commentating just sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's not consistent. And they know they've had to switch out Fuck Your Face Phillips for a few weeks for Michael Cole, but it's not there. Daniel Price says Gable and Benjamin got the rub. The writers are treating them like a credible tag team despite the American Alpha jab from the Usos. Medine wanted me to call that topic American Beta.
Yeah.
Instead of American Alpha. Hopefully you guys get the joke. I thought it was funny.
Damn. Nobody laughed.
Nobody laughed. It was only supposed to be Estrada.
We need crickets. One of those sound effects.
All we need to do is intro Baron Corbin if we want that.
Oh, no, what's going on?
The line of the night for Noah is the line on Charlotte's chest. Who got the rub for JD? He said himself, of course. No question there. We knew that.
Yo, your girl was rumored to come back on SmackDown tonight, but never did happen.
Who?
Paige.
Oh, that's what. Don't even get him started.
We'll talk about that in the dirt sheet.
Don't get him started. You know what happens there. I know what happens.
He's an angry elf.
Now we can get to this.
Housekeeping.
Come back later, please.
Here are your marked out wrestling housekeeping notes and weekly schedule. Monday nights at 11:30 p.m. Join us for Monday Night Rawsome. Tuesday nights at 10:15 p.m. SmackDown. The weekly takedown. Thursdays at 5 p.m. where Brian Golda and Rhodey will react and review to the NXT broadcast on the WWE Network. Showtimes are for live YouTube broadcasts. All podcast versions will be available the next day on various podcast providers. Upcoming WWE pay-per-view specials and marked out shorts like Rhodey's Rant, Smarts vs. Marks, the Power Slam Dance Show, and Indy McIndyface will be announced as they are scheduled. Feel free to join us on our exclusive Bubba Radio Army Network show, The Weekly Squash. Visit BubbaRadioArmy.com for listings. Keep the conversation going on Twitter using the handle @SmartMarkShow. You can call our fan line 704-444-0084 or send us an email, markedoutpodcast@gmail.com. Visit markedoutwrestling.com for all other social media networks. Get connected.
Go away.
Oh my God!
I said no.
Okay, I clean?
No, get out of here.
I stick finger in your mouth? Housekeeping?
Okay.
Reviews on iTunes!
It's that time. Mud Report. Time for the fun of the show. We covered the shit. We covered the butthole.
What the fuck?
I don't know what I'm saying.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty,
Edit that last part out.
I don't need to edit anything I say out. That's how great I am.
I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm out of tea, by the way. That's not a good thing.
You're out of tea?
I'm out of tea. I don't have any tea.
So get some A.
No, I need some tea. But speaking of sipping tea, our girl
this is a segue?
Yeah, this is the segue.
All right, go ahead.
Did you like that? No? Too bad.
That was forced.
I don't care.
That was forced. It wasn't natural.
I am fucking out of tea, bro.
Yeah, but it's still forced.
No, I didn't force myself to drink all this tea.
You're forcing us to talk about it.
No, we're not talking about tea anymore.
The guy who wants the show to go faster
I'm going to throw this bottle at this guy on the air right now.
Is this guy? He's not on the air. We wouldn't let him here.
Charlotte recently put out her book, Second Nature, and there were some excerpts in the book regarding Michelle McCool. And Michelle McCool, I guess, read the book recently, and on Twitter she decided to at Charlotte talking about, hey, would you want to have a match type of deal? And Charlotte was like, hey, yeah, absolutely. And Michelle retorted with, well, I've just been waiting for somebody to let me know. As we know, Michelle's been out of action for several years. She had skin cancer surgery while she's been out. So, she hasn't been in the best of health, but, she's obviously now on the mends or mended already. And
it
wants
feels
to come
weird,
back.
though. She finally got her husband, like, completely full-time because he's gone from the road and he's retired. The only way this makes sense is if Undertaker's also being considered to be a booker or an agent backstage.
I don't know. Maybe Michelle
Talent
just getting
relations, something.
Listen, Michelle
maybe he's in gorilla position.
Michelle sees him doing the part-time deal, and she's like, you know what? I've been sitting around for 6-7 years, and I want to knock the rust off. And Charlotte's a great opponent to do it against. They have similar styles, similar, like they're both tall blondes. They're pretty good in the ring. I don't think it'd be a good match. I don't know if it'll happen, but we'll see.
Okay.
So Charlotte was also doing some press overseas with
what else you got?
The guy that we didn't want to see, Baron Corbin, and Baron Corbin's opponent Sin Cara. So we've been watching. Well, let's talk about the U.S. title, really.
I don't want to talk about Baron Corbin.
You don't want to talk about the U.S. title?
No.
Wow. Really?
Estrada, do you want to talk about it?
Not really.
Yeah. See.
All right. Well, then we'll skip that. Shit, that's what we do on this show. Cut that shit out. All right, I don't know what else we got next. What's on the fucking production sheet?
It's Mud Report. That was your only one? I thought you were just telling me off air you had like 3 or 4.
I didn't say 3 or 4. You said 3 or 4. See,
what?
And then where's the sound effect now?
Fine. Screw you.
Yeah?
I hate you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick your ass. Here, we got to put the show on pause. I
gotta fucking drag him through the mud and then report it.
All right. I didn't have another button to steal, so I'm stealing this one. The days and nights begin to run together, hours upon hours of content with no end in sight. Yes, I took a small break, but do you think these episodes are going to review themselves? No, they're not. So this is Hitman Trapped in the Archives. Anyway, less of him ranting and on to more reviews. Let's jump into another edition of Trapped in the Archives. Episode 28, Sucky Ducky Quack Quack Indeed. Conan with a K returns, and Brian jizzes. I don't remember Conan returning. Okay. Adam breaks WWE reaching out to Kurt Goldberg for storylines. Everyone thinks Matt Hardy's career is over. Executive producers tell everyone, our executive producer tells everyone the show won't go off the rails tonight. And if he only knew, because he gets giddy like a schoolgirl over the club beatdown of Cena. The Wyatt family was fighting New Day. Everyone drools over the match. An early and then Ziggler, a Hall of Famer. Really, we had that discussion. I do remember that one. The Jew hosts trivia, and everyone hates him for it. I wish I knew which one that was that everybody hates me for, because there's several that I've gotten hate for.
It was probably one of those that you had like the complicated answers to, and yeah, I think I remembered. I don't remember specifically.
And Stevie, this is where Stevie unveiled the line, "I'm going to piss in your face," when he got mad at me during the Old Balls report. Final thoughts. This was one of the longer trivia segments. Everyone shits on Adam for it, but everyone seemed to have fun. And the back and forth between Adam and the executive producer was always amazing. Episode 29, executive producers, Baby Birds are back. Danimal. We haven't had Danimal on in a while. He left a voicemail. Draft predictions. God, I want to forget the draft. Just everybody forget that we did a draft. Everyone thinks Finn and Bailey come up. Well, we were right there. Who's your favorite glow girl was our discussion. Roman got popped for PEDs. I do remember that. U.S. title is as dead as Owen Hart, someone said. JoJo got JoJo got her new titties. Those got unveiled. Summer Rae was still employed somehow. The theme song trivia again. So somebody liked trivia. And Brian gives an in-depth review of the CWC. The final thoughts, low-key, Brian shined in this one. He earned and paused his way through the CWC preview. He gave great info and even did some decent prediction. Count it, Brian. That's 2 shows you owned. Okay. I'm going to save. He's got a couple more. I'm going to save them for next week because I enjoy that, but it gets repetitive if I have to do show after show after show. When was your first show, Estrada? See, that's how you do a segue, Medine.
I was trying to find it the other day.
You just asked him a question.
I think I slowly kind of crept in because I remember Googling just just a wrestling podcast, and you guys came up first. So I started tacking on. I knew I was downloading podcasts, and I found out weeks later about the live YouTube shows. So I have no idea where I first came in.
When it comes to production value, you can credit our executive producer. But if you Google searched us and we went number one, that's courtesy of the old ball. That's Stone Age Steve Awesome doing that. That's why he's
I literally just typed wrestling podcast,
and it came
you're
up.
The first thing that popped. Yep.
Good job, Stevie. I don't have a positive sound effect.
He,
oh wait,
you
I
know
have
what
this
he
one.
needs? He needs. Yeah. There you go.
He's not on the show tonight, but he's awesome. Even if we recapped that he wanted to piss in my face, that was still an iconic line. Let me check in real quick. Estrada, do you have a traffic report for us?
Yeah, it's shitty as always because I live in Los Angeles.
Oh, is it smoggy?
Oh yeah, very much so.
8 p.m.
Drink it in, man.
This day in wrestling history.
So last time I had to cue you. Are you ready? Because the music ended. That was your intro. Are you actually ready to go?
Yeah.
I didn't want the 10 minutes of dead air that the executive producer was going to yell at me to edit out later.
Yeah, he did yell at you, not me.
It's not like he's got time on his hands.
Hey, it's your
he's
show.
not on the show.
Hey, that's why they pay you the big bucks, bro. You get yelled
Oh,
at.
yeah. I wish I got those big bucks.
Anyway.
What you got?
So today is November the 6th, and we're going back to a date in the past of the same. So I'm going to ask some quick questions, and we're going to get done with this segment. First off, who beat who? Booker T or or Bobby Lashley?
Who beat who? Estrada, I'll let you go first.
Wait, repeat that.
Who beat who? Booker T or Bobby Lashley?
You failed, bro.
Ooh, I did fail. Booker T, based on his history.
I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley, based on the push he was supposedly getting.
We got. We're gonna wait for the board. We're gonna keep going.
No, they'll catch up. No one's gonna get it wrong anyway.
It's Booker T.
Booker T.
Booker
Estrada gets the coin. I get the buzz.
And a quick bonus: King or no King? On Booker
King
T.
Booker. Yes, it was King Booker.
Yeah, King Booker.
Yes, King Booker. All right.
Oops, wrong side.
That's all right.
Oh, I did it again. Anyway,
Second.
fuck it up somewhere.
All right. Did Chris Benoit
die? Yes.
beat Mr. Ass in less than 5 minutes? Yes or no?
In less than 5 minutes,
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes. What do you got, Estrada?
Yes.
All right, we're both saying yes.
All right. Yes. All right. Closest to time without going over.
Closest to the time without going over. I'm going to say 1 minute 45 seconds. What do you got, Estrada?
1 minute 46 seconds.
Oh, you dick. He pulled Price is Right shit on me. What
And
do you
his
got?
Price is Right shit beat you because it was 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Oh, Estrada.
Damn, Estrada.
I have no idea what's going on.
How
All
am I
right.
getting beat by the guest host? What else you got?
Cincinnati, Cleveland, or neither?
What are 3 places I'd never want to go to?
Gotta name.
Oh,
Pick one.
What are we picking?
That's what you're picking.
The venue?
Cincinnati, Cleveland, or neither?
I'm going to guess Cleveland. They're there all the time. Estrada?
I'm going to guess neither.
Neither for Estrada. What's the answer?
Neither. Columbus, Ohio.
Dude, I'm totally losing.
Columbus, Ohio was the. And last but not least, the year of this night, November 6th. Was it 2004, 5, or 6?
You're such a dick.
You couldn't put like 03, 05, or 07. You had to put the 3 years that were all. I'm going to say 06.
Strata.
I'll say 05.
06 is
I
correct.
finally got one right.
You're welcome.
All right, that concludes the game. That's it.
That's fun. Thank you. We're going to do this really quickly, and then we're going to go to final thoughts. This is speed round. I'm reminding Medine. I know Estrada knows how it
Hey, that
works.
game was fast.
That game was fast. I'm talking about this question might not be fast, but I'm looking for a fast answer.
All right. I got
Do
you.
you think the Survivor Series card is getting changed? This is a speed round. Any further?
Yes.
More titles change hands?
Yes.
Okay. Estrada?
Yes.
I also think yes. Charlotte's my biggest candidate
Yes.
there. But I wouldn't be surprised if somehow the fucking Shield got the belts back next week somehow. I don't know where the fuck some of this is going. So
I hope not.
I definitely think the card is subject to change. Real quick on Twitter, Mr. Me, a.k.a. the Zim, has a little post up there where he wants to know what Monday host is the best. Is it the Spirit of Macho Man? Was it RJ Trash? Was it Rhodey the Angry Elf? Or is it the executive producer? Fuck that guy's name. No talking. So go on there. He is watching the results, and he's it's kind of a dead heat right now.
Spirit of Macho Man is the best.
From my opinion, I agree. So that's just what I think. And yes, Christopher Stikelether's echoing the Charlotte versus Alexa is going to happen. So this is where we're at right now. I'm definitely in the past week more excited about Survivor Series than I was before. Not only because I like the card better, but I get to host solo because our executive producer didn't make sure that the Rossum host was going to be in town. So RJ Black will not be here. I don't know when we're actually going to get to do a show together. Maybe Rumble will be our first show together because I did so many in a row that I've been taking Mondays off. I just think it's funny that another date, this one I'm not getting screwed on because this looks like a good card now. But it is what it is. Medine, you and I will just have to run the show that night.
It'll just be like another Tuesday then.
Noah agrees. He says Macho Man. He agrees with us. The Spirit of Macho Man was great.
Yeah.
I hope he comes back next Halloween. Is that how it works? He gets like 24 hours every year on Halloween?
I hope so.
Estrada, do you know how Resurrection works?
Not really.
Oh. Are we talking to Frank?
It's profound. Profound statements by Estrada.
Off guard, brother.
Yeah, I do thank you for joining us. Do you have any final parting words before we get out of here?
My final thought before we get out of here actually is SmackDown was a decent show today. Although they left a lot of people out, it's all right. But my only thing with AJ winning, I do hope he keeps the belt so we do see AJ versus Brock because that would be a good match. Yes! But I also don't want to see AJ Styles get smashed and squashed by Brock Lesnar.
I could not agree more. That is the thing that I don't want to see. If Brock turns AJ into... I'm not interested. I want this to be good. I cannot wait for Paul Heyman to be able to now cut a promo on AJ Styles, too, on Monday. That's going to be gold, right?
That's worth watching.
It should be. Estrada, are you looking forward to that in any way?
That's like the hottest match on the card now. Like everyone in the world will be tuning in for that for sure.
And you got the best hype man in the business to hype it up on Monday.
Yep.
It's going to be off the chain. I hope somehow I hope maybe, since we're talking about the invasion, I hope maybe there's another swerve and SmackDown invades again.
Wow.
Why not?
I mean, it'd be great. They'd be right down the road, down I-85.
Just do it again. Everybody is you really want to swerve us? Everybody is expecting Raw to retaliate at some point between now and Survivor Series.
Charlotte next week.
And instead they fucking invade a second time.
A third time, technically.
That's some Walking Dead shit right there.
We'll see.
Attack on all fronts.
It feels like there's more of a story if SmackDown were to come on top of Survivor Series, because they do. And you have Stephanie McMahon, who just returned, coming back to bust Kurt Angle's balls.
There you go with coming on top and balls. Back with that shit again. Beginning of the show.
I know. Your sound. Are you straight? I don't want to
fuck with you, Estrada.
Oh wait, no. I guess coming doesn't make him gay. Are you a sex addict, Estrada? That's what I really want to ask.
Yeah, he's a fucking sex addict.
I can be.
I knew it.
He's part of. That's how he found us. He's part of the club with JD. That's how it works.
Hey, my fortune cookie said when one door closes, another one will open.
Okay.
You're painting such a good picture of Hispanics. Thank you.
Yes, I know. Hey, at least I love them. You know, they show up on my show. I get all the minorities just like SmackDown for real. SmackDown is the minority show just like SmackDown is. I know I'm not technically, I can disguise myself as white, but I'm a minority. It is what it is. Anyway, tune in next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
SmackDown Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.
Go away, fat man.